Did you know about every 3 minutes someone in the U.S. is diagnosed with leukemia, lymphoma, or myeloma? September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and the Southern Nevada office of the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society is hoping you'll attend its annual walk to help raise awareness. It's called Light the Night. Here with the details, Amanda Harris with the group and James McCoy, a survivor and 2015 Light the Night honored hero. Good morning to both of you and welcome.
Hello, thank you.
Morning.
Now, Amanda, let's start with you. Can you tell us about why this is so significant, why this walk is happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're here to promote it today because, as you mentioned, September is Blood Cancer Awareness Month, and in the U.S. today, there are over 1 million people living with a blood cancer. So the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society has a mission to end blood cancers and improve the quality of lives for patients and their families.
So you are a resource for people who are going through a blood cancer.
Exactly.
Can you tell us about some of the services that you offer?
We have local support groups and we offer copay assistance. Last year in Southern Nevada, we gave out over $300,000 to patients living here in the community. And that's one side of what we do. The other side is we also invest in research.
And James, you have a very personal story and why you started or volunteering your time also with this group.
Yeah, a little over 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with lymphoma, and it was the most odd experience of my life. I had this sort of tingling sensation in my mouth, in my jaw, and thought I had a dental problem. And one scan and one biopsy and one surgery later, it was determined to be cancer, to be blood cancer, and lymphoma specifically. And not knowing what blood cancer was, other than leukemia, and not knowing what lymphoma was specifically, I Googled it, and one of the first resources I came across was the Leukemia Lymphoma Society.
Had you been ignoring some of the signs before? Because a lot of people won't go to the doctor.
Yeah, yeah.
They make excuses or they don't want to know.
Yeah, sure. Like cancer was the farthest thing from my mind. I mean, literally, my lip was numb. That is not a sign of cancer typically, right? I didn't have fevers. I didn't have sickness. I felt physically fit. I had just done this marathon. I mean, I'm at the top of my game. And if it wasn't for my wife who said, really, go to the dentist, go to the dentist, go to the dentist. Finally, after a couple of months, I went to the dentist, who referred to a doctor, and before you know it, they pulled out a tumor about the size of a quarter that was wrapped up in the trigeminal nerve here in my jaw. And it was cancer.
And how are you today?
I am so pleased to say I'm in remission, 2.5 years in remission. And I have to say, the Leukemia Lymphoma Society is what connected me not only to some really substantial, credible research, but also to some support, and for my family for some support as well. That was just tremendous.
And now there's a walk that's coming up. It's your annual event. Can you tell us about how we can participate?
Yeah, this is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It's the Light the Night Walk coming up on Saturday, November 7th in downtown. And we have teams that are forming now, so we'd love to have more teams join us. Teams can be 2 people or 200 or 2,000 people, made up of colleagues or friends, family members, or some combination of all of those.
We're taking a look at some pictures. Is this from last year?
Yep, this was the first year we held the walk downtown, and so here you see everyone walking in front of the
What is that ant
container
that was
park.
in the back?
That was at the container
that's so
park.
Cool. Oh, okay, that's part of their picture. Okay,
Yes.
And you have lanterns, and they're different colors. What do they represent and symbolize?
So we'll have about 5,000 walkers this year. Everyone carries different colored lanterns. Red is for supporters. Most people carry red. White is for survivors like James. And gold is for people who walk in memory.
Yeah, and James, what message do you want to send out to people who are watching right now and that are afraid to go to the doctor?
Don't wait. I know it sounds silly to run to the doctor every time you think you have an ailment, but if that ailment persists, go to the doctor. You know, I was 35 years old at the time, not a typical lymphoma person. I mean, a diagnosis, and it happened, and it can happen to anybody, and young families included. So I would just say, go to the doctor, set your mind at ease, and if you catch it early, you have a pretty good prognosis.
And thank goodness for your wife.
Oh.
It's always the ladies and usually the men's lives that push them to go to the doctor. They're so
true.
resistant to go.
That is true.
Gosh, yeah, she saved my life.
Yeah, you are a big one. Now, these teams, and to go, do you register now for it? Because it doesn't start until November.
Yeah, our teams are forming now, so our teams will do fundraisers by sending out their link so that they can have people donate to them or hold fundraising events like restaurant nights or poker tournaments or golf tournaments leading up to the walk, and the walk is a celebration of all the fundraising that's been done.
And do you need volunteers to help you out?
We need volunteers as well, yes. It's a big undertaking to host so many people for the event, so we need volunteers leading up to it and the day of also.
Now, I know you raise a lot of money with this event. Over the years, how much have you raised?
Over the years, we've raised, I can say it's been in over the $1 million mark, and last year was our biggest fundraiser to date, and we raised over $510,000.
And how is the research going?
We're seeing strides made every day. I mean, we're closer than we ever have been before to cures, and it's because of the dollars that are raised here in Southern Nevada.
Yeah, there's so many generous people living here.
There really are.
Yeah.
There really are.
Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for sharing your story. We love your wife. Thank you so much. Now is the time to form your team for this year's walk. Light the Night is Saturday, November 7th at 5 p.m. downtown. To learn more and to register, check out the website on your screen or call the number listed. Don't forget to follow them also on Facebook.